Guess what? It's DVD and Blu-ray update time. That's right, it's the 24th of July, and we'll have to take a look at some of the DVDs and Blu-rays I've gotten over the past month. So, here we go. Well, to start things off here, I think, since Super 8, I've been kind of looking to purchasing more of the Amblin Entertainment films. And I've got 3 here that I want to talk about in specifics. First off is a rarity. Matter of fact, this was the first Paramount release under the with the Amblin Entertainment logo. It was very rare for Amblin and Paramount to come together. The only thing Spielberg really did was the Indiana Jones movies, but they weren't really under the Amblin Entertainment name by any means. Even though he was the director of those films, he never attached Amblin Entertainment to the Indiana Jones movies. But this was the only one that I know of at the 80s that would have the Amblin Entertainment logo on it. And you would not see that again until Saving Private Ryan, actually. I am talking about... Move it over here. I'm trying to work this out. It's Young Sherlock Holmes on DVD. I don't think they'll ever put this on Blu-ray. But interesting little find here. Film co-produced by the Fonz. Move it over here. It's a film co-produced by the Fonz, Henry Winkler, Steven Spielberg. I can't tell you who the name of the actors are who plays young Holmes here, but this was a breakthrough film at the time. It had the first CGI animated character in a movie, with the fragments of the 2D, it's fragments of a stained glass window jumping out and attacking a priest, actually. Interesting movie. It's it was the first PG-13 rated movie of Spielberg. I picked this up at Walmart for $5. So it's not that hard of a find, and it's not that expensive. Next one is also $5 at the Walmart. Kind of, I don't know if it's forgotten or it's just, people just don't want to talk about it. I don't know what it is, but it's glare. Harry and the Hendersons. Of course, this movie's about a family called the Hendersons, and they run into Bigfoot, and they decide to they take him into their home, give him a name, and his name is Harry. The interesting thing about this was one of the films that was supposed to be a part of the Amazing Stories TV show back in the 80s. But no, I take that wrong. The director, William Deere, was working on amazing stories, and he was approached by Spielberg and see if he had any movie projects. He said, "Yeah, I got this idea about Bigfoot and meeting a family." Next one is a very popular one, actually. This was the film that started the PG-13 rating, or one of them. The other one was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Interesting, Spielberg is the default behind the PG-13 rating. I think that's why young Sherlock Holmes got the PG-13 rating, because it was a little intense. I'm of course talking about Gremlins on DVD. Now, I picked this up as a used copy for $6. Of course, you may be wondering, this thing's out on Blu-ray. Why don't you go get it? I would, if it would come down in price. I'm sorry, but $24.99 is not a bargain, especially when the same exact features that are listed here are on the Blu-ray. Nothing new has been added except the movie being in 1080p. And I looked it up on blu-ray.com. The reviews for this are not the best on Blu-ray. So, needless to say, I settle for the DVD version. However, a rare one is Gremlins 2. Even though it was not a very successful movie, I guess it's become a rare out-of-print title. If you can find, the only place I've been able to find Gremlins 2, a new batch, is on Amazon, I believe. Next, we'll go to some Blu-rays here. Picked two of these up. Yeah, these two at a pawn shop, Easy Pawn. First time I ever been to a pawn shop to buy something and stuff falling out. Of course, got The Blind Side on Blue for $5, and I also got Man on Fire, starring Denzel Washington, for $5 as well. Blind Side I haven't got to watch yet, but I heard it's a really good movie. Sandra Bullock, she won the Academy Award for this movie, and it's a true story about NFL player Michael Orr. Man on Fire. This was a blind buy for me, and I must say, pretty darn good movie. This is a movie that, I definitely would put the kids to bed on. I mean, if you're going to check this out, put the kids to bed before you watch this. It is R-rated, so the film stars Denzel Washington. He plays this, says he's a burned out CIA operative, and he gets a job bodyguarding this little girl played by Dakota Fanning, and of course this family is living in Mexico, and Mexico City is really notorious about kidnappings, and he's hired to protect Dakota Fanning, and he's kind of a bum. I mean, he's an alcoholic, and the only person that really changed his life was Dakota Fanning's character, and he begins to fall in love with her like a father. He becomes like a father figure to her, and he but eventually she is one of these kidnapped children, and he will stop at nothing to find her, or possibly find her, and find her kidnappers. And he's pretty cold-hearted. Let's just say none of the people involved survive. I'm not going to tell you the ending to it, but it does have a happy and a sad ending to it. In case you haven't seen it, but probably by now you probably have seen it. Good movie to check out. Next up, I just picked this one up this Friday, I believe, and it's Rango, the Johnny Depp, Gore Verbinski movie, Rango. It's an entertaining movie. It's got some humorous parts in it. Even though, for being a film produced by Nickelodeon, there's some pretty nasty humor in it. It's not for kids. It's got some really dirty jokes in it. It's funny, but it's not one you want the kids listening to. And kind of disgusting in a way. But I do think it's kind of cool that this is all done by actors. And you know how the Polar Express and Christmas Carol, all those movies, or Avatar were made. It takes that one step further. It's done by Industrial Light and Magic, who I'm a big fan of. It takes these takes actors' motion. They're not wearing any tracksuits, mind you, and they're completely giving a performance, and it's being captured into the computer, and they're basing the character's animation on the actor's performance rather than them being in a tracksuit with all these dots over their face like an Avatar. Next up, I need to wrap this up real quick. I added to my Star Trek collection with, I know it's a bad one, Star Trek Generations. I'm really looking for the original motion picture, which is out of print, and the only way you can buy it is if you buy the big box set that has all the movies in it. But I'm really looking forward to that. For some reason, I really liked Generations. I don't know why. Next up, kind of a cheesy science fiction movie. The Black Hole, with Disney released by 1979. Now this was before Tron, and some of the effects are pretty good. Some of them are pretty cheesy. Which, if you like Tron Legacy, guess what's in pre-production, at least by the same director? The Black Hole remake. And interesting enough about The Black Hole, that it was the first movie, it was the movie that kind of inspired Disney to bring on the Touchstone Pictures label, because it was the first Disney movie that had swearing in it. I think a character says "damn," but I think it's the first Disney movie to have swearing in it. Next up, close this out real quick. 310 to Yuma on Blu-ray. And doggone, I really like this movie. I really like, very well done modern day Western. And I really liked how this all came together. Plus, I like to walk the line, so I thought I'd check it out. I liked how James Mangold did that, and I heard some pretty positive things about 310 to Yuma. Well, that's it for this month's DVDs and Blu-rays. Catch you on the flip side.